case against former Prichard Water Board Operations Manager Nia Bradley and her husband Anthony now going to a grand jury.
She's charged with first-degree theft by deception and aggravated theft by deception.
Fox 10 News investigative reporter Brendan Kirby now joining us live at Government Plaza with more on this.
And Brendan, a lot of information in that preliminary hearing, including how the investigation started.
Yeah, that's right, Lenise and Byron. It started with the theft of a food truck last year that occurred after Bradley had already left her position with the Water Board. Mike Morgan, chief investigator for the DA's office, says he began last November investigating allegations that a food trailer owned by the Prichard Waterworks and Sewer Board had been stolen. Authorities ultimately charged former employee Dominique Sellers with that offense. But Morgan testified that the investigation uncovered questionable charges that Water Board employees made on utility credit cards. The DA's office says the investigation revealed that then operations manager Nia Bradley told the finance clerk not to report those expenses to board members.
It seems she was both doing something in concerning the requisition forms and also intimidating people not to turn over the actual documents to the board for review.
Defense attorney Jason Darley disputes that.
She didn't conceal this. If it were out in the open now, why wasn't it out in the open then? It was out in the open.
Darley repeated his long-standing contention that the board allowed his client to charge certain personal expenses as part of her compensation.
There's a paperwork trail.
Morgan testified that Bradley made $235,000 in fraudulent charges. Authorities say they found many of those charged items when they raided her home in February. The case against her husband, Anthony Bradley, revolves around whether he knew or should have known that the items his wife purchased were theft. His attorney, Gordon Armstrong, notes that prosecutors only have charged Bradley with receiving $11,800 worth of household items.
You're trying to make him responsible for something somebody else did without charging them with that.
And the judge today also agreeing to modify the bond conditions for both defendants. They're still under house arrest, but they'll no longer be required to wear electronic monitoring devices around their ankle. Instead, they'll be supervised with a facial recognition system based on the cell phone. Reporting live outside Government Plaza, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.